Hello, my name is Nick Coppola. Today in this video, my group and I will be speaking about our portfolio management project for our MBA class. Warren Buffett once said, "No investments come without risks." It can go from green to red without the light ever changing to yellow. The purpose of this project was to put together a hedged portfolio in which you would have long and short positions. The idea behind it is to pick assets that are highly correlated. So in retrospect, when one asset goes up, that's your long position, and one asset goes down, that's your short position. You're hedging your risk. No investments are pure without risk, but with this model, with this long-short hedge portfolio, you can mitigate your risk further than the normal investor. We have picked 8 assets, 4 long positions and 4 short positions. We have different spectrums of asset classes. We have bonds, we have stock equities, we have commodities that really encompass the whole market in itself. Throughout our project, we have learned many things, and we are eager to share with you what we have learned and what we would do differently.
Hello, I'm Andy Birenzi, and I will be touching on retrospect if we could do it again. Throughout this class, we've learned and gained skills, knowledge, and abilities that would help our group to make this portfolio more profitable if we could do it again. 2020 was a very challenging year in many ways, including in the financial sector. Our portfolio didn't include some investment sectors like cruise industry, airlines, entertainment, due to COVID-19 restriction and the fear around when the economy will be fully reopened. Overall, this portfolio was well designed and very diverse, with a beta close to zero. That being said, the portfolio was only tracked for 6 weeks. So our long position didn't get time to perform well, and our short position they went up, which resulted in a negative result for the overall portfolio. That being said, I think knowing that the portfolio would be tracked for only 6 weeks, there are things that we could have done better to make this portfolio perform well in such a short timeline. We would start by analyzing security with knowledge acquired in the class and study cases. For example, looking into the correlation between assets, include dividend in the total return as we're looking at the asset performance, and not just limiting to technical asset analysis. We would short position from industry where we expected that they would be impacted by COVID-19 restriction, like cruise industry, airlines, restaurant, and entertainment. We could also have paid more attention to what asset we should long versus short. For example, IWC and VT. IWC was up 8%, but we shorted it, which resulted in negative. Whereas if we had long IWC, that would be a gain overall. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Jessica Jacques. For the project, my part was based on the performance tracking summary. As you can see in our portfolio during the 6-week tracking period, from the date of September 11, 2020 to October 16, 2020, the ITD numbers ranged. The inception to date numbers increased and then decreased over this period of time. The last 2 weeks was consistent with both times ending with a negative 0.02%. We chose short and long-term stocks, as you can see in our chart. Our long-term stocks consisted of VT, GLD, UUP, TLT, and O. Our short-term stocks consisted of IYR, LQD, USL, IWC, and FXB. From the start period to the end, the stocks ranged and how much money they ended with. When the time period closed on September 16th, the stocks were evenly 50-50 split. VT, IYR, USL, IWC, and FXB all gained an amount of money. Even though it may not have been a lot, a gain is way more important than a loss. Our stocks that decreased in value were GLD, UUP, TLT, O, and LQD. I chose to use a bar chart for the stocks, beginning amount of money, which is in the blue, versus the amount of money that they cashed out with, which is in red. My second chart below that in the assignment, I showed shows the gains that the stocks had and the losses that the other 5 stocks had, to see a comparison between all 10 stocks. I think it's really important to see a comparison with all of them. The blue line shows the gains, and the orange line shows the losses.
Hello, my name is Brady Levesque, and I will be wrapping up our group's portfolio project. So, in conclusion, this portfolio provided us the opportunity to gain experience creating a portfolio with both long and short positions, asset pairings, and a dollar neutral investing strategy. The key takeaway from this portfolio that we had was basically the one key change that we would make, which is that we would have targeted assets such as the airline industry or other industries like that that have faced short-term effects of the COVID-related market right now. We believe that in the long term, the portfolio we have now would have performed better, but based on the results we saw from this short period of time, we believe that if we would have targeted airlines or cruise ships or other industries that were clearly affected by COVID, that our results would have been better. We think that this shorter time frame of the portfolio tracking didn't allow our long positions to really help our results, which I think was very evident in what we saw. I think overall, this project gave us some great insight into different ways of creating a portfolio, and I think we'll all use those insights and skills going forward in our future endeavors.